Tennaliraman and the Fruitless Mango Tree. In the grand court of King Krishnadevaraya, people came from far and wide with their joys, sorrows, and strange complaints. One morning, a sorrowful man arrived, tears in his eyes and despair in his voice. He bowed and said, "Your Majesty, my mango tree has not borne a single fruit in years. I've tried everything, watering, prayers, even singing to it." Before the king could respond, a man in saffron robes stepped forward. With a long beard, beads around his neck, and a theatrical air of mystery, he bowed low and said, "O great king, I am a sage with powerful blessings. For just 50 gold coins, I shall whisper a mantra to the tree and make it yield fruit within a day." The court gasped. 50 gold coins. That was a fortune. But the king, ever curious about such bold claims, decided to test the sage before handing him the treasure. He turned to his clever court jester and advisor, Tennaliraman. "Tennaliraman," the king said with a knowing smile, "keep an eye on this sage. I want to see if there's truth in his words or just trickery in his tone." Tennaliraman bowed. That night, under the moonlight, he dressed as a simple farmer, with a turban and a pot of water. He approached the sage's resting place near the mango grove. "Swamiji," Tennaliraman said in a humble voice, "I heard you can make mango trees bear fruit. Will you bless mine too?" The sage stroked his beard and whispered, "Of course, my child. For you, a special price, just 10 gold coins." Tennaliraman smiled inwardly, but kept his face humble. "Thank you, Swamiji. I shall return soon." Unbeknownst to the sage, the king was nearby in disguise, listening to everything. The next morning, the court assembled to witness the miracle. The sage stood proudly beside the mango tree. But before he could begin his chants, they all stared in wonder. The tree already had ripe, golden mangoes hanging from its branches. The king was amazed. "It seems your powers work even before the mantras begin." The sage stood stunned, his mouth half open. He didn't know what to say. Then Tennaliraman stepped forward with a grin. "Your Majesty, the sage has no powers. Last night, after he made his greedy deal with me, I watered the tree myself and placed these ripe mangoes on the branches." Gasps filled the court. The sage turned pale. "I bought the mangoes from the market," Tennaliraman continued. "It wasn't magic, it was mischief. This sage is a fraud, selling false hope for gold." The king's eyes flashed with anger. "You have fooled my people and tried to fool me. Guards, return the gold and escort this man out of the kingdom." The fake sage fled in shame. The king turned to Tennaliraman and chuckled. "Once again, your wit has saved us from a fool's game." Tennaliraman bowed with a smile. "Your Majesty, sometimes trees may not bear fruit, but wisdom always does." Moral: beware of those who sell false hope. True wisdom sees through every trick